he didn't. I would have hoped that he would show up to show that he's in it for the same reasons that we are.
In tonight's Big Story Breakdown, we are looking into the State Department of Education. The state board held a special meeting today after last month's meeting was abruptly canceled.
This comes amid an investigation into State Superintendent Ryan Walters after board members claimed they saw naked women on the TV in Walters' office. Fox 25's Grant Palmer tells us what unfolded during today's session.
Mr. Tenney.
Here.
Superintendent Walters.
State Superintendent Ryan Walters noticeably absent from Wednesday's special Board of Education meeting. Last month's meeting was canceled, and Wednesday is the board's first time meeting since some members alleged seeing naked women on a TV in Walters' office during executive session late July.
It doesn't surprise me that he didn't. I would have hoped that he would show up to show that he's in it for the same reasons that we are, to benefit children and to increase our standing.
Nonetheless, business continued in what was a very quick meeting, with the board approving a motion to hire Ryan Leonard as its new attorney.
All the board asked for is an attorney to guide us appropriately to state law and statute and rules of the Department of Education. I think Mr. Leonard is well capable of doing that.
Deciding on a new attorney follows the board's previous lawyer, Chad Koopmas, withdrawing following several disagreements with the board members. The board also moved to begin the search for a new board secretary.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we go out and contact OEMS and SDE and request the publication for a board secretary, and that those resumes and applications be shared with the entire board for further review.
Reporting for Fox 25 News, I'm Grant Palmer.
Attorney General Gittner Drummond is voicing his concerns tonight about that board hiring a new attorney, saying this is yet another example of the dysfunction that has plagued our public education. The AG says Ryan Leonard may be a talented plaintiff's attorney, but he is inadequate to serve as general counsel to the State Board of Education. And it seems neither side can agree on which attorney is best to advise them as they do further damage to our public schools.
Now, you're footing the bill paying high-dollar salaries of some state employees who rarely show up to the office. Among them, Matt Langston, the key advisor to State Superintendent Ryan Walters. Oklahoma Watch got the key card data showing how many times the six-figure full-time employee who actually lives in Texas turned up at the Oklahoma Department of Education, all while also running a political consulting company. The Oklahoma Watch found Langston badged into the department's office in Oklahoma City 27 days in 2023. In 2024, that went down to 11 days. And through June of this year, Langston has worked in person just 4 days. Now, he also received an additional $32,000 bonus in January. That's on top of his $150,000 salary.
I'm joined now by the education reporter for Oklahoma Watch, Jennifer Palmer, who found this information. It took you a long time to get that key swipe data. What happened when you asked for it?
So the first time we asked for it, the Department of Ed denied our request. They cited an exemption in the open records law related to terrorism prevention. We didn't think that was right. We thought that the public deserves to see this information, and so did one of our lawmakers, and he asked for an AG opinion. This was Representative John Waldron. And the AG opinion came back and said, yes, this information is public. And so we renewed our request and we asked for it again with that AG opinion in our back pocket. And this time we were able to get our hands on the data.
And that data might be very surprising to some folks, knowing that we have full-time employees making six figures, one of which lives in another state, barely ever showing up to work. So why does that matter?
Right, 42 days in 2.5 years is what we found. It matters because this is, these are public employees. And we want to be a watchdog for the public and for public money, and we feel like that is really important to know what our not only elected officials and who they're hiring, but what they're doing and whether they're really working for Oklahomans and the students. I reached out many times to the Department of Ed, the communications department, the legal department, to Langston himself, and did not get any replies.
We appreciate your reporting. Of course, you can find more on their website, which is
OklahomaWatch.org.
There you go, or go to okcfox.com and we'll link it for you.
Now, we've also reached out to OSDE several times about the issue. We have not received a response. This all comes on the heels of our investigations into the PR spending by the OSDE. We got to look at the timeline for you here. In March of last year, we learned Oklahoma entered into a contract with Voight Strategies. Now, documents showed we were paying them $200 an hour to promote the state superintendent. Now, the initial $30,000 contract ran through June of 2024. We got our hands on emails showing the firm was promoting Walters as early as July of 2023. We've also learned through open records requests, Texas-based firm Precision Outreach raked in more than $70,000 in Oklahoma tax dollars, creating controversial videos, social media content for OSDE. Now, after our reporting, the governor issued an executive order on June 14th of last year, banning wasteful public relations spending. The order stated no state agency, director of a state agency, or any state employee can use any tax dollars spent in or out of the state for the purpose of self-promotion or for the promotion of any matter outside the scope of the state agency. Now, Wendy, you continued tracking these contracts even after the governor's order.
That's right, Adam, I did. Through an open records request we obtained last August, we found a purchase order showing taxpayers were still on the hook, paying $60,000 a year to Vote Strategies to promote Walters nationally. Those new terms were inked after the governor issued that executive order. So we reached out to the Attorney General's office to find out whether the contract with Vote violated the order. A spokesman there referred us to the governor's legal counsel, but we never got a response. So fast forward to now, OSDE is still paying PR reps who are out of state. And that was your Big Story Breakdown tonight. You can learn more about the latest State Board of Education meeting on OKCFox.com.
Plus, you head over to our YouTube page. You can watch all of our Big Story Breakdowns. Just scan the QR code on your screen or search OKC Fox.